Now, when we think of powerful characters in Dragon Ball, Jiren and Master Ultra Instinct Goku are likely some of the people that come to mind. However, how well would Jiren, and by extension God from the Bible, fare up against each other? This is a match requested by Mr. No One, I think. I don't think Matt or J Dog Hope requested this. Point is, it's Jiren from Dragon Ball Super versus God from the Bible. Now, there's a couple different ways we can approach this. But first, let's power scale Jiren. Jiren is someone who has been proclaimed to be able to surpass all the gods and surpass um, the gods of destruction, but not angel level and not Daishinkan level and not Zeno level. So that would make him a finite source of power. Still massive, but finite. But the point is he's strong enough to go against Master Ultra Instinct Goku. Now, at his peak, he would be easily high multiversal because Ultra Instinct Omen on the first appearance. Sorry, my voice is messed up. On the first appearance, has shook the entire world of Void, which is an infinite realm, and every time he keeps transforming, he gets stronger. And he did it 3 times. He did it the second time against Kefla. He did it the third time against Jiren. Then finally mastered it against Jiren as well and defeated him. However, this makes Jiren immortal, a powerful mortal, but immortal nonetheless. Now we go to the biblical God. Now this is where things get iffy. If we were to accurately power scale him an as he is represented, there'd be no chance for Jiren. Now here's why. God in the Bible is represented by omnipotence. He is the be all end all. There is nothing infallible to him, and he is quite hard to find. No angels have mentioned actually meeting God past the point and everything like that. However, there are different interpretations of God, both through media, and there's a few other scientific ways we could do it. Um, if we wanted to make it where God, if we took him from the Bible at like baseline what we know, he would obliterate Jiren instantly because he's omnipotent and he is far more powerful than even Zeno because nothing escapes his uh, sight, nothing escapes his knowledge, nothing in creation is above or beyond him. So he would know how to make Jiren and he would know how to break Jiren with or without fighting himself. Now, if we do interpretations, there are ones that where God would ultimately lose against Jiren. Some of these interpretations are as follows. There's God from the supernatural verse. He is at his lowest, he's still a high level planetary threat. However, at his full power, he's a multiversal threat. And at the when he merged with Amara at the end, and I think he absorbed a few other things, but when he absorbed with his sister Amara at the end, he was borderline peeking past multiversal, and even the empty. However, this version of him would ultimately lose for one of two reasons. One, he didn't make him, and he is high multiversal, but so is Jiren. So I think if Jiren would be able to actually hit him, then yeah, he would be able to kill him, because God in that show was not only harmed by Amara, but he was also harmed by a gun he created, something he should have control over. Not to mention, it is argued that Michael and everyone, all the archangels, could seal him away if they so choose, due to the fact they did it to Amara's sister, which means God in this universe is not omnipotent. Also, by the fact he was defeated by the Winchesters, which makes him fallible. Not to mention, there's other versions of God that we could use that Jiren could possibly be able to defeat, such as the God from Preacher, both comics and otherwise. He created the entire universe, which puts him at universal level, but nothing that puts him at multiversal level from what I know about Preacher. I really want to binge watch that show from, I think it's from IMB. I don't know, but I would love to binge watch it. It's one of my most favorite performances by any actor ever. The person who plays God is amazing. But my point is, God, even in that show, is not infallible because he gave up a portion of his power, and he was scared, even at full power, that an angel demon hybrid, which would be known as he was the voice of the preacher, and the point is, even at full power, he was still afraid of a mortal creation that was outside his plan, and Jiren is not even in his plan. So yeah, uh, this version of God would lose. Now, there is there is a scientific way to see how Jiren pairs up against him. Because so far it's 2 wins for Jiren, one win for God in the omnipotent thing. Now, if we go to there's 4 scientific ways we could look at it. We could look at the science behind God. Um, if we look at it as there's just one universe that he made, and one heaven, one hell, one everything, that's still a lot. That's the universe is finite, and hell and the heaven seem to be an infinitely growing cascade of endless wonder and torture and yada yada yada. You get the point. It's basically 2 infinite dimensions. Now, if he made that could put him like at 3 universal level. So it's still strong, but Jiren is still above that. That would put the God at a low multiversal level, whether he's omnipotent or not in this case. Now, if we look at it from a multiversal standpoint, that would mean he created the multiverse, and that would put Jiren at a huge disadvantage because the creator of the multiverse would be able to end the multiverse if he so choose to. But the same can also be said because the only reason that the multiverse is still intact due to Jiren and Goku is because the endless void, and probably because it wasn't in Zeno's plan. So yeah, that's debatable. We can give Jiren the dubs for this one. So, and there's 2 other ways we look at it. The omniversal level. No way. No way Jiren has a chance. Omniversal is like infinite multiverses and infinite multiversal timelines. There's a multiverse where the crisis on infinite Earths never took place, and the multiverse is perfectly fine. Like the dark multiverse and things like that. So, yeah. The multiverses, if we look at it from an omniversal God, there's no way Jiren has a chance. So I think that's 3-3-3, all evened up. And the deciding factor. All right, this is another scientific one. The laws of Dragon Ball are weird at best, but we can assume it all follows some measure of scientific plan, which also means that they follow the quantum mechanics. If you don't know what that means, it's basically just atoms and molecules and electrons, protons. You get the point. God, in the sense, created all that. Whether he created a universe, a multiverse, an omniverse, a small speck of dust, he would have to create that. He would have to create a space for them to fight in. He would have to create matter for them both to be formed and fight in. And we have to create the time the battle happened. So that would put Jiren at a huge disadvantage because he would control the fundamental forces of the quantum mechanics. Not to mention, he could reassemble and disassemble his molecules on a whim. Just, oh, by the way, you're dust now, or you're a duck now. Like, he could do literally anything. Jiren would have no chance against this. Like, none. And this picture of him is from a manga, How to Be God. I think it looks cool. I might actually pick up a book of it. But yeah, I mean, Jiren would have no way to counter this because no matter, let's say after the Terminator power, he got 1,000 times increase. He would not be able to do it because this version of God or well, almost all of them could manipulate his energy and everything like that. I was going by power scaling, like the. I know it's the ludicrous idea, but sort of ludicrous, not really. It does hold some merits, like where, say, Kid Buu can blow up a planet with the swipe of his pinky, and Goku beats him. Does that mean Goku can swipe his pinky and destroy a planet? Probably not, but you get what I mean. It's still a way to scale them. But in conclusion, that's 4 wins for God, 3 wins for Jiren, and yeah, it's pretty hard to find some ways for Jiren can win. But there are alternate versions of God, whether in media or in the book or in some scientific qualifications, where Jiren could pull out a win. But yeah, overall, man, God would crush Jiren 4 times out of 7, and Jiren would crush God 3 times out of 7. So you know how it works. Anyways, guys, um, this has been Walker Productions. My name is Michael Lance. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Drop a comment down below if you're new. If you have any other debates you'd like me to do, what ifs or questions, I will happily do them in the future. Alrighty, guys. Have a wonderful day. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace. Also, sorry about my voice. It's still rough after today. I had to go see the doctor again. Anyways, have a wonderful time.